Oh, have I been muted the entire time? Meow. So I turned on being able to hear myself. I didn't turn on you guys being able to hear me. That's embarrassing. I'm gonna mute the live stream then. I promise I am technologically adept. Um. Ugh. Anyway, I'm gonna lose my fucking marbles if I. Whatever. This. Who's bloody messaging me? Oh. It's. I shouldn't say it like that. I'm stressed. It's very great. Also, this sword needs to be a lot bigger because I wanted it to be his sword. Wanted it to be Ragnarok, and in fact, that handle is not big enough for a human paw, hand, foot, whatever you like calling dragon parts. Okay, I'm gonna sit that off there. Awesome sauce. Fart. Or maybe I should. What the what? Talking. I don't think it should be that long. Should it? That's fairly good. I think. I should probably do a story. Eh? Yeah, so I'm not just alone. Oh, I didn't even read that message. Ooh. Uh. No one's viewing, but say hello to Instagram. I'm gonna get sidetracked for a moment, other than, you know, the Instagram sidetrack I just did. Ode art incoming. Yippee! You guys can't see this because I'm only sharing my tablet screen. Yippee! Oh, it's so cool. And this was coming from that account. You got rid of all? Okay, I need to not get sidetracked. It's been so long. Oh, that button. Because it's not on screen, I'm looking through Toy House at this current point in time. And trying to remember how everything works, because it's been like probably not that long in terms of like years, but it's probably been a year, and I'm awfully forgetful. And I've already forgotten the username. And did I spell that right? Yes. Yeah, that's all of it. Okay. And I gotta put the phone down before I get more immensely distracted. I'm in the middle of a stream. Gotta remember that, eh? um, that thumb's funny, but you know, the point was it was rough. Also, I know that the way I like sketch these like paws and the way I actually line them is very different. Don't mention it. I gotta brain is just like all over the place, but and it's both, you know, stream caused and because I'm just odd. It's the mental illness, innit? Oh, I should put in an epilepsy warning. I'm awful with just like turning layers on and off. Um, I'm not gonna start yet, but it's already bad enough that I turned off the grey layer and I'm currently drawing on the plain transparent. Oh, Christ. Okay. Can I edit my stream? Question mark. No. Can I not? I have to do it through YouTube editor. I know I can't spell epilepsy. That's why I tried my best. What was the difference? I think I put an extra I instead of an E. Cool. Awesome. You know, I try my best not to cough into the mic, but also muting myself just to cough is annoying. But I did it just then. Hopefully, I always wonder, did it actually work? It never not works, so chronic cough core, or whatever the kids say. Is there anything else I gotta brain around for? I probably does character transfers not work if the character's private? That's cool. They're public. That would probably help. I'm not that old, but I feel just it's just awful. Trying to multitask is awful when I can't talk by text or by word of mouth. You know, probably the best idea is to, you know, do these things after I've finished streaming. You know, thinking isn't my forte. I'm not gonna bother trying to compute how twisting would actually look from a different position, but it's it's fine. It's cool. Is there anything? Well, I know. Okay, I want that to be in front. I also know it feels a lot better when it's connected. Even though the thought is, the muscle is about here for the wings. Actually, I could do that thing again. It's annoying though. But like the skin's connected back here. So there's probably like tendons, maybe. I don't know if tendons would work in such a high issue area. But to be fair, are there tendons in your shoulders? There probably are. I don't know. Chunk, what are you waiting for? Is there someone at the door? she be gone. She's very lucky that I muted myself. She was not aware that I was streaming, and she was detailing her, bathroom habit. think she's gone for reals this time. Yeah, she's very lucky that I mute myself when I hear her come out loudly through the door. Hmm. Usually I'm really good at freehanding teeth, but I am clearly not having a good day in this department. The thing that's killing me is the perspective. YOLO, I'll deal with it later. And later will be never. The thing about having fun with your art is trying not to suffer too hard about fundamentals that I never learned properly. I'll admit it. The way I make dragons is I have a great little. Actually, that's fucked. I have a great little like 3D model that I have in my brain at like 24/7 because I'm obsessed. And then, I just rotate it in my brain and base it off what I think it would work. Because, that's a hand. And wings are another hand. I don't think I connected that thought audibly. Sorry. That one image of an anime girl who's like got her hands above her head and it's like, oopsie. I'm pretty sure there is an actual fucking name for that one, but I can't remember. I just do the action because it's funny. I'm gonna have to look at. I don't even have Discord open. I remembered that I had to open Discord this morning when I fucking turned on the laptop. I didn't do it. Uh-oh, I need to catch up. Okay, try not to get distracted by Discord challenge. I fucking fail. To be fair, I get distracted by everything that's physically possible. I only opened so I could look at Sully Wing references, because that's accessible to me. make you morph. Crazy that, like, the resources haven't been updated for, like, at least the visual ones. Because usually I see at least fan tribes that I participate in. That was a stretch. Like, they update their species sheets, I suppose, references and such fairly often. And Morphers had a fairly big leap in style over the last 5 years. Pretty much, like, at the end of the month, this image I'm looking at is 5 years. So, curious. Like, you can still be, like, proud of old art, obviously, because this PNG tuber is old as shit. And then what? My icon is also old? Probably around the same time as my PNG tuber. I'll have a look-sees for you all so I don't leave anyone hanging, even though it's just me watching. Lol. That is the wrong folder. Okay, so PNG tuber. My good sir. Yeah, September 2022. And then this was a redraw. 2023. Huh. Okay, so that was about a year between them. I knew it wasn't before. I didn't draw the icon before the PNG tuber, because to be fair, the PNG tuber is like one of the few flat colors of my persona, so I use it as a color reference every time. It's just easy. And I can't remember if I had already drawn something. Did I seriously go straight to the PNG tuber after their original design? If so, ew. I had to translate that onto that? Huh. Okay, so I shouldn't have added these spikes. They're messing up everything. I think that's a muscle? This is what happens when I leave a sketch for a little too long, because I don't have long-term memory. I say that in the joke way, not for reals. I'm sure I have a memory problem, but you know, it's not long-term memory loss. That took a minute to finish that phrase. I need to draw this guy more often. He's so old now, at least in terms of, like, I suppose Solly-wing age, because they weren't that young when I got him, but they also definitely weren't old. Or at least not that I remember. You know, the massive, vague ideas that I have from Amino era. Dear Lord. Actually, to get more of the illusion that it's under. I try doing perspective and I just suck at it every time. That's why I don't do it very often. And then, you know, I'm gonna do it again when, because I wanna do the VGen challenge just because that's cool. You know, the collab between Fair Affinity and VGen. That's pretty cool. It'd also be nice for the advertisement, like, winning. But I don't think I'd ever get. Dear Lord. There's crazy people out there on the internet. They have fucking majestic art. My thought was perspective. I gotta get back to that one. I want to do some cool from above, pause out like a new metal like pose. I'm pretty sure that's what everyone sees it as. You know, it's like, ladies and gentlemen. And it's gonna be annoying to do, but I want to do it. It's gonna be doubly annoying because I want to do it with a complex character, a la Moonshine, my beloved sparkle dog, which is gonna be my downfall. But you know, I think you need to be a bit lighter. Next on leg. Leg. I don't listen to me. I need to figure out how to talk to people more. It wasn't awful interacting, but I at least I need to be a bit more professional doing commissions and, you know, exchanging money or, you know, just goods. But I can't brain it out. My brain doesn't brain it. Because, you know, mental illness, of which is diagnosed, as in case anyone wants to fucking police. Just let live. I don't know, man. Me saying that I have social anxiety should not be like, oh, you're just saying that for the, I don't know, cookie brownie point? I don't, you know, that vague idea of, you know, oh, I get special privileges. I just leave me the fuck alone. I want to explode on the spot if you talk to me. I need to convey that without being policed. Which actually, I'm pretty sure I've said, yeah, I had that story where it was like, hey, if you want to talk to me and I don't get back to you at all or in a reasonable amount of time, it's like, I probably wanted to explode because you sent a message or I had to send a message. And it's like, sorry. And I really am sorry. I joke about it, but I am sorry. I want to talk to people. But it is in fact not, you know, compatible with how my brain works. And I want more friends, especially artist friends that are also like furries and stuff. Because I love my boyfriend and I love my friends. There's some crazier shit that I could be talking to them about. Actually, no. I talk to them about crazy. I wouldn't make a friend on the internet and talk to them about crazy stuff. That's limited to my friends. I don't know. I think I just want to gush about Wings of Fire properly. Maybe God of War, since the friend I used to gush about God of War to, he's a fucking piece of shit, so I'd rather not have him back in my life, actually. Even if, you know, I could gush about God of War, that stupid fucking franchise that I like too much. And it's not even in like a... Have I had a franchise that I've like actually, or just something I was interested in really bad? Maybe Detroit Become Human. But I was 14, the wrong age to be getting into Detroit Become Human. So it was like 14-year-old obsession. Oh, okay, yeah, I have another Layla for that one. Whoops. I thought I was gonna have to deal with extra layer for tiny detail bullshit. Because I've forgotten. In, what, the 10 minutes? Not even. This is a lot more hand than I usually draw. But it's fine. I want to give more hands for this one. He is a, like, blacksmith, to be fair. Did I go off the rails again? I think I was talking about wanting to talk to people. Yes. Was there anything I wanted to add? Was there anything I should clarify? Was there any open-endedness to it that would leave someone wanting to ask questions? I cannot remember. Welcome to Dragon's Brain. It doesn't work. I'm sure this is scuffed. I'll fix it later. That's what I usually, you know, it's like, this looks fine in the moment, and, you know, I don't want to fight it. This is art for me, you know, it's nice sharing it with people, but at the end of the day, my art's always for me, unless it's a commission, obviously, or owed art, obviously. I don't know. Rambling, because I don't have fart sound effect, you know? Why is next door barking? You want to go outside. I'm not letting you outside because I have to watch you. Okay, actually, go back. You small claws on purpose? I don't know. I like drawing big claws. But I know it's counterintuitive for... Counterintuitive? I don't know. It just... Not every character needs to have giant claws. It's just a lot easier. Mama, what are you barking at? She was barking for the sake of barking, clearly. Because let them outside, they just want to chill her out. No. You were just outside and you lost your chance. There was nothing out there and you didn't need the bathroom. That finger's bigger. I see. Or I suppose Talon by Wings of Fire terminology. I need to draw more non-Wings of Fire dragons. Reckless abandon. That's how I draw half the time. Anywho. I don't know how I missed this finger. But it's fine. No overlap, is there? No. I love having to only use keybinds for like stuff on Krita now. I love using Krita. No, this is a Linux issue. I can't right click without it immediately disappearing. So it's so fun and awesome and fun and awesome. That's actually really good. I need to fix this section. Yeesh, hand. I think that pinky is really big though. Can I fix it without it looking funnier? We shall see. I try to avoid using the transform tool when I can, because I don't know, it blurs the hell out of my work. I don't like bothering with it if I don't have to. I like how I was fine with it after like it moved 2 pixels, but that's just how it be. You know, when I'm drawing in a scale that is like I can zoom in and choose pixel by pixel, that's what happens. What next? I need to wing. Okay. Even though there's no construction line there, it does help to connect where you think it'd go. I know I had it on Star Dragon, but does it work? Does it? Nope, oh yeah, there's another sketch in here. Ah, yep, okay. It's the original for this. Which you can see, it's a lot more just like wishy-washy, I suppose. I don't know. I also forgot what his horns look like, so Anywho, back to thoughts and the actual drawing. Does it work? I'm not sure. I'll keep going until like it actually feels like it's where it should be. In terms of like where the muscle would actually connect. Because the thought is like, okay, I gotta, there's a big muscle, or like a bunch of big muscles, and then the wing connects in between, underneath, kind of between them and like the connecting part right here. Even though that is annoying, and also it's kind of like the whole like Wings of Fire's whole, the wing is just like an extension of the shoulder, even though it looks weird, but like, this one's more further back, so it's not as weird in terms of like muscle grouping or whatever. I say this when I don't study. I don't know. I suppose it's more like engineering the way I think of it, except I'm not into engineering either, really. It's all a bunch of interlocking, like, triangular shapes, kinda. And they go whoop, whoop, whoop. What else can I ramble on about? Because, the big part of streaming is talking and not just leaving your audience to hear their own thoughts. I'm not playing any music for the simple fact is I'm not bothering looking for a good copyright free like playlist. That is the wrong layer to be doing that. Not looking for a good copyright free playlist, and I'd rather not force myself to listen to copyright free music because it just gets so bland. And then I don't want to get this stream copyright striked by my very, very not royalty free music tastes. Like, I have a playlist that goes for a day that I think my channel would get obliterated. I'm pretty sure Blondie's in there. I know for sure Blondie just like is not good for trying to share. Hmm. Oh, my nose. Already? No. Wait, I haven't gotten... Because if I were to listen to music right now, I would probably... No, I've gotten Pink Pantheress's, like, the song with the new music video. Gotten that as a brainworm. But also because I said Blondie, I've got Call Me in my head. And it's like, I don't know. I don't want to listen to music when you guys can't It's just easier. It also makes it, I don't want to also set up a video. I gotta blow my nose. Ugh. I don't want to set up like a music thing. I could make the effort. Do I want to make the effort for something that'll just clutter up the screen even more? No. No. Like, I already, was humming and hawing about adding my pronouns, even though it's the half-assed pronouns. Because that just takes up room. And also, opens the door for people being bigoted. But, you just gotta YOLO. That's you get through life and you YOLO. To be fair, I think that's how I feel about a lot of things, and I really shouldn't be YOLOing as much as I do. No, I'm not gonna have the right line weight for that one, clearly. Um, what are you trotting around for? Why are you. What? Why are you trying to go onto the desk? Girl, no. You've poured my bin everywhere. What the fuck? Out. Mama. No. I made it a whole break. Just so, yeah. But to be fair, if I was going to clean up my bin full of, used tissues, I was going to wash my hands afterwards, so. Sometimes she just climbs herself under the desk and it's like, it's cute, but this is not the time. Hell, I'm sure. I'm aware that it's probably weird to have a dog named Mama. I know people have been like, are you talking about your mother? Or. But I've very rarely, like, I don't call my mother Mama. I know my boyfriend does at least. Calls his mother. I think that's the person I get most of the confusion from, at least from the start. But, can't really do much about it. That was the name we were told she responded to. And, none of us are very creative with names, clearly. So. No, this is fucked. How this is, why would you morph? Why would you do this? Sorry. This is kind of painful. Am I getting hungry? You kidding? To be fair, I haven't had lunch. Gotta look at the reference again. Okay, so He's coming together. I gave him a boyfriend ages ago, and I haven't really drawn anything with him. That's kind of crazy. And when I say ages ago, I'm pretty sure this is like not long after I got him. So, probably like 5 years. That's weird. I think more 4. I don't think got his boyfriend that quick. Because I know I got... Okay, I don't think... This is Serta. I'm fairly certain that's how you pronounce the fire giant. And I got him... What? Well, I got him in 2021. And not long after, I was like, he needs a partner. Because, I don't know, I'm fixated on relationships even though I don't need to be. Even though, you know, famously, ace people aren't really like that. But, you know. That implies... I think that implies that. I don't know. That's I meant in terms of, like, you know, aces can have relationships. I don't know what I'm going on about. Anyway, I tried... There was another Solly after him that was... I think it was draw to adopt. He was a bio to adopt. And then there was another Solly who was a draw to adopt. And I drew some, and I participated because, you know, I was like, cool girlfriend. And then, you know, I didn't get it because I was, well, 2021, 17. And I only been drawing Wings of Fire for a year, so it was sketch. So... But, you know, he has a Sandwing Rainwing partner now. Pretty sure that's what his boyfriend is. We'll have a look-sees. Canyon, yeah, Canyon. Yes, Canyon's a sand rain. Yay! Anyway, yeah, I need to draw him. So I'm pretty sure I've had sketches of them together, but it was back when I was, you know, young, and thus it was sketchy. Yeah, because my brother left his bedroom and he's being loud as fuck. Also, I didn't need to really mute, because he did come in and just was like, did I leave the oven on, or did he forget to turn it off? And he forgot to turn it off. So, you know, that was funny. Nothing compromising, but, you know. Can you work? Fuck it. Yeah, that works. I don't know. My just he's not a side vent solely, so don't have to worry too hard about drawing vents. Ooh, I do need to draw the wing line though. Which that'd be about there. There. That sounds about right. Yes. I'll just merge them. I don't need more than 2 screens, but sometimes it's like, Lord, I need another screen. Ooh, I could probably like open the chat on my phone, but I don't really think it's that serious. I don't need to open the chat on my phone. Also, I keep looking to add the pads to his paws. Claws, talons, you know. And then I don't. So, I'm going to do that now. Well, I'm actually proactive. Is there anything else to talk about? Who knows? Actually, do Solis have a scaled underbelly or just a... I should look at what guest artists do. That's the best way to tell. Look at the majority of people. By looks of it, no, they're just their skin. This one is in fact not skin. This one's scaled underbelly. This one's... that's actually examples for something else. That's scaled, I think. That's not. That's also a very simple style. I don't think this guy even has, like, the big shoulder scales. This guy doesn't have underscales, but it's very simple. This guy doesn't have scale detailing at all. This person does. But okay, I'll just have to go with just skin. If you're ever wondering, should I give you know, should I make my fan tribes detailing really simple? You can. It would be nice if I knew if they had like underbelly scales or not. It would be so cool. It'd be so awesome and so cool. Because I have a fairly complex style and I like adding those details. And when they aren't there in the reference images, I don't add them. I don't know why I'm doing this baby voice. I hate it. I forgot how to use fucking neck vents. Brain dead. Brain dead. I don't know. I'm sure there is like a document somewhere detailing how solywing vents are sort of structured. Yes. This is mutations. I think this is the closest thing I'm gonna find to resources. I don't know. I should have figured this out years ago. I'm pretty sure I probably have. And I'm not actually looking at his stuff. But like, his neck vents are just, they're weird, I suppose. Well, the point is that they're weird. Yeah, I never figured it out when I was younger. Cool. Yeah, it's like, it's in a different perspective to the other vents. So it's a lot more obvious that it's different and it perspective. I don't know. I'm just gonna add this detailing to all of them so they don't feel left out. Hmm. should I do? How's the inset into my brain going, guys? Insight. I'm pretty sure that's I said it wrong. That's not great, but it's fine. I don't want to think about it too hard. Maybe. Somehow it feels like I'm procrastinating when I'm doing something. And I'm doing a thing that I'm meant to be doing. Well, not meant, that I want. Because, procrastinating something you want to do is just so great, so fun. Well, I suppose I do have ode, but I'm not procrastinating on that ode. I just don't need to do it. It's not really. I don't even, I suppose I am procrastinating. I do need to, I do want to rehash it. But this person, I don't want to get it done immediately. And this person isn't really, I don't know how to word it. There's not really, my brain needs to kick in. I think it's the hunger talking, actually. Word. They're not really expecting. They're not really expecting me to get it done immediately. Because it's a trade. And they have a long ode list too. I don't have a long ode list, I have them, and that's just it. But yeah. They have a long list of people to get through. And I'm fairly sure I'm at the bottom of that list in terms of urgency, which it makes sense because I was late to the party. So, the people that come before me get high priority. I don't really mind. Because, it's a trade, so. But I am impatient. Yeah. I only saying that just because, I really don't care. I'm looking forward to getting it, but I don't care. It might take a while. I am a person of impatience, and that impatience seems to be bleeding into something I really just don't really care. Like how I'm a person of like, I don't really care about likes on social media because I'm getting old and I know, the internet is just shit. And I don't need that sort of validation. But it does. I am a person. I do like when numbers go up. Shit. Yeah, I do like when numbers go up. So it does. I do make sure I'm not like completely disregarding like numbers on social media. At least because like I do need them if I want to, take commissions and get money. That would help. At least especially in this current point in time when I'm like I should probably do like a thing with my commissions because I realize I don't have winter clothes. Yay! And I really should buy some winter clothes. And I don't have the money to buy winter clothes, so you see my predicament. It's like I do need to make sure that I, don't completely disregard social media if I'm only getting money from commissions, because interactions on social media equals views, like visual, like I suppose views on my commission page, and more people to consider commissioning me, giving me money so I can buy winter clothes. But it's also I don't want to game the system, which is like just how Instagram and social media works. Making reels and stuff because I don't care enough to make reels all the time. Say all the time, like I make them fairly regularly. I just make reels when I think the trend's fun or funny. But it's like, I don't know. I'm impartial, I suppose. I don't care enough. I guess if anyone's looking at, making, being an internet celebrity, I don't want to be an internet celebrity. But, it's like, you're just gonna. Actually, don't listen to me. I think the thing is, if you want to be an artist online, don't depend on the approval of others and numbers and stuff. You make art for yourself, and a plus is that other people see it and other people also enjoy it. It's the reason why I have so many like silences, I suppose, between posts, just because like sometimes I just don't feel like making art, and like I don't have much motivation in terms of people online and numbers. So I gotta, half the time it's like if I set up a schedule, it's for me. So it's like I'm actually using my drawing muscles every week at the minimum, instead of just doing nothing and running. Which, to be fair, in between drawing and while I'm drawing, I am also running. But yeah, don't take advice from me. It's like, I don't know. It feels weird to think about that I've been on the internet since before I had, like, my account, I suppose. I didn't have Instagram until 14, at least. Well, did I put my old Instagram posts in my archive, or did I delete them? That's the real question. That's the only way I'd be able to know. No, 2017. Okay. 13. I was 13. Too young. Yeah. Just by, being on the internet that long. Because I first made my Google account, like 2016 when I was 12. And then I was posting on YouTube and I think Google Plus only. But I do have to say, that's not when I started being on the internet. I was first on Quickie Paint when I was like 12 and under. I don't remember when I started, and I can't search for my account because Quickie Paint is dead and in the ground. Like, you can still see the website. You can still kind of search it, but it's not. They haven't updated their certificate, so it's not safe, and it's also half broken. So, dead and in the ground. Dead, actually, dead, I suppose dead and, like, still in bed, and none of their family members has come to, like, check on them, typical form of elderly abuse. I don't know why I went down that path. I'm sorry. That's bad. That was bad. But yeah. I kind of wish it was still. I don't kinda. I like having things from when I was younger, just because, like, I don't remember them anymore. Like, I remember the fact that I got traumatized on Quickie Paint from seeing some, like, MLP creepypasta stuff. But I don't remember. You feel? I don't think anyone feels. There's also no one else. There's, like, I curse my, like, 13-year-old self for when I deactivated my Google Plus account in, like, December of 2017, because one of my online friends had, like, started going on a hissy fit because she didn't win my Christmas raffle for characters. And I was like, well, I don't want to deal with this, Oh, I'm 13. I'm gonna deactivate my Google Plus account. This is so, I can't handle this anymore. And I regret it ever since. So, and even then, like, I didn't even back up my account when Google Plus died properly. So, like, I don't even have stuff from, like, the deactivation onwards. So it's like, what the freak? Like, I'd feel a similar, like, oh, I wish Amino wasn't dead, because, I like seeing what was in the past. But also, every time I go on Amino just to, like, back up stuff or, like, reminisce, I would just shrivel in on myself in cringe and secondhand embarrassment. Well, not secondhand, it's me, so it isn't just embarrassment. But it's like, I just, eh. The internet's weird. Having a presence on the internet, especially as long as, well, 2016 at minimum. Well, no, 2016 is the latest I've been on the internet. And it's 2026, so I've been on the internet for like 10 years. Wow, that's a simple number. But I've had access to the internet since I could probably like type on a keyboard, which is fairly young, because, you know, I lived in the generation where I got computer lab, I must say, you know, because I'm Aussie, and that's what the class was actually fucking called. I miss being in computer lab, just because, you know, I could get all my work done in like 5 minutes and then spend the rest of my time like doing other shit, like playing cool maths games. That was the time. To be fair, in that era, I was also like bullied, so I don't want to go back, but you know. I keep saying, but you know, like you guys would actually know. I have a feeling like my life isn't completely unique. Someone else has lived through similar experiences, but I don't think they're gonna be watching a live stream at, you know, almost 2:30 in Australian afternoon, where I'm drawing Wings of Fire fan character. They're probably drawing Homestuck or Undertale. Actually, no, that's not a good comparison, because if I were to get into Homestuck or Undertale, like it would have been when I was 12. I did not get into Homestuck or Undertale. And then Wings of Fire I got into when I was 16. So, what would be the equivalent of, like, what's fairly old, like a book series? I suppose Warriors. It's like if I got into Warriors really big instead of Wings of Fire. And then when I ended up named Cat. Would have grown up being obsessed with cats instead of dragons. Which is kind of funny. Is it funny because it's a cat, or is it just funny because I'm just so used to being obsessed with a fantastical animal? Who knows? Things are just funny sometimes. I don't think I'm prospecting that right. Oh, I definitely need to eat soon. That's sure. There's hair everywhere. I love shedding. What's next on my list of things to add? Okay. Well, actually, this isn't that bad. Also, to be clear, this is a guideline. And then do they have other scales on their leg? No. Cool. Awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome. Oh, I just realized by drawing him like this, I need to color his stupid leg. Which I have to clarify. I'm complaining because his whole design is really complex because, you know, he's a morph design and morph does not hold back. And I cry about it. But his leg is just, I don't know. I had to translate a headshot design into a full body design. I kind of fucked it up. But also, like, what I had of his leg from the headshot design is just cry material. So I have to live with it. I fucked that. That's not how their scales work. It's like leafwing scales, I suppose. Also, there's more face scales. Cool. Cool. I could go for pub chicken snitty right now, actually. But I'll live. Man, a job gonna accept me soon. I'm losing my mind. Just not being employed. It's like, I'm not applying to every job opportunity in town. Because I want to stay employed. Thank you. It'd be stupid if I applied to every job in town and the job that accepted me was like ball crusher 24/7. You just crush my balls, and that's what my job is. And then my sister's like, you should apply anyway, and I'm like, do you think I'd last at ball crushing position? Do you? In which I must clarify, ball crushing is gonna be a metaphor for soul-crushingly, socially awkward bullshit. Like most retail positions. Or fast food. Mostly fast food. If I could no longer touch fast food and working at fast food with 10-foot pole, I would press that button in a heartbeat. I would press the don't do fast food for the rest of my life. So quick. Because I'm so sick of it. Every position is just like, do you want to be an annoying piece of shit? And then I'm like, well, I don't want to be an annoying piece of shit to strangers. And I also don't want to get side-eyed by skinny people. And it's like, well, you're gonna have to live. It's like, well, what else am I supposed to do then? Perish? I should draw hand scales more often. And then, to be fair, I've been drawing whirlwings, and whirlwings have a specific hand scale, like, type, and is in fact not, like, not like this. It's like interlocking pieces instead of like dispersed pieces. Is that right? Sure. That looks nice, at least. This is a detail I noticed in the reference I was using that I missed. Oh, I need... added a second layer like I fucking needed it. Stretch. Ooh. Okay. What's next on the list? The sword. Okay, that's an important detail I should not have forgotten. Well, I'm gonna procrastinate on it. Congrats. Okay, I've added 3 scales there. Where else can I procrastinate? Okay, it's sword time. I can't procrastinate on the sword any longer. I'm pretty sure I name dropped Ragnarok earlier, but this is supposed to be his pride and joy, Ragnarok. Which, pulling from an excerpt of his profile, a blade he melts and recreates again and again during his spare time. Oh, that's not the line tool. Actually, I'm gonna look at sword designs. I drew it really bland. Oh, hello. Did not realize someone was. I gotta put on timestamps. Hello. I'm sorting, setting up swords, just to see. Oh, that could be cooler. The volume's low. I see. I think I set it because my headphones are really like loud. I have my volume on 100% all the time, but also I'm really quiet. So hopefully 0 decibel change isn't awful. I thought I fixed this issue. It's not muted. Yeah, I can hear myself fairly well through the live stream when I unmuted myself, so it should be fine now. If it's not, It might be your end. But if you can't hear me, you wouldn't hear that. Oops. Cool. I know there's a fair delay because Australian internet, so awesome. Hi. I recognize that username, I think, but I can't. You can't hold me to that. Maybe I don't. Yeah, because I don't recognize you entirely. This is gonna be really awkward. I have a hard time talking. Oh, hello, Pakistan. I'm sure I just messed up that pronunciation. I always have a hard time with pronouncing non-English words because I'm a filthy English speaker. But hello. I was going to say I assume it's an awful time right now, but you're not that far behind if I have my geography right. But I am not great at geography either. So it's probably the one subject that I was just scraped by at. I keep shifting, but I don't need a shift. Pakistan. Yeah, I learnt Japanese and I never got my Japanese pronunciation right, so I try my best to pronounce things. Southeast. Oh! So probably like 3-4 hours behind. But yeah. Western Australia's like 3 hours behind, but it might be. No, they don't follow daylight savings, and it's not daylight savings. Ignore me. Yeah. It's easier to remember a lot of countries that are on the Australian side of the world, because, I see a map of Australia most of the time. That implies I have a map lying around. I don't. It's just I interact with a lot. Yeah. Yes. I gotta figure out this sword. Yeah. I awkward and mumbly, and I don't know as much as I should. Oh, what we'll call it. I have a horrible habit of flicking layers on and off, and also when I colour, I start off with very saturated red or just very saturated colours. So I got the idea. I understand when I mess up English enough, and it's my first and only proficient, it's my native language, so. But yeah, I have a horrible habit. Cocomelon? What do you mean by that? Flicking layers on and off is cocomelon? But I suppose bright saturated colours is, the child's brain rot cocomelon. But it's like, I have zero issue with bright colours and just turning things on and off, even though it's just. Because I see my time lapses and it's just. Okay, cool. I see my time lapses and I can recognize that the flashing that goes on when I check layers is obscene. It's obscene. I should not be doing it like that. Maybe I should make this spiked. Thank you. He's very, I suppose, actually he's not old. I was going to say he's old. Him being an old OC would mean he would be like a 10-year-old OC. He's only 5. He's half that. He's a middle-aged man. And it's less like I do get affected by like bright flashing colours when it's extreme. Sometimes I do feel the effects of my own bullshit, but I know it's not as bad as like an actual sufferer. I don't know why I said it like that. Oh, thank you. I make art sometime. I don't do it consistently. That's why I don't get views. And I also don't post on YouTube. And I'm only just getting back into the habit of schedule on Instagram, so it's not great. I said I'm going to put a handle on it, even though he's not supposed to. This sword is not supposed to be finished, but it'll look nicer finished. I will go on tangents and I will forget to finish them. If I go on a tangent and you would like it finished, let me know. Ugh. Yeah. The big thing with YouTube though is like you need a video format, and like I have this recorder set up on Krita to auto start, but I just don't find like, I don't know, it doesn't feel as engaging to post my time lapses rather than like a speed paint. And also, speed paints are no longer in. They were in when I was 13. They are no longer in. Even though I have been watching speed paints more often recently. I should probably put a gore warning on this, eh? But it's not up to that point yet. It's just implied. Yeah. Yeah, video format, not my forte. Like, I want to get into video format just because that's where all the cool kids are going. But you weren't here for my ramble earlier, but like, I don't care enough about numbers to really participate in what gets you like interactions on the internet. So is there anything else I'm missing before I continue on? Because this is actually great. Start from shorts. That's a good point. It's like Reels though. Reels, I doom scroll on them, and then it's just like, I don't want to make Reels. I don't want to. But it's also, I could just turn them into time lapses into shorts. Yeah. Would that let my well, you know, it's just that's you know, I don't know what I'm trying to think. There's a response that I have for telling experience. I haven't articulated it yet. It needs another 30 minutes to cook. Okay, so where am I going next? You to be fit. Oh, I could check. I should check. Like, I know I'm an Instagram user because I just want to send an image. Oh, I gotta search it up. Yeah, I like using Instagram because I can just post an image and add an obscenely long caption and not think about it. But I know there's communities that I should get into. Oh. Yeah, there's communities I should really start getting into if I want to spread out. Shit! The power of YouTube. Well, a lot of, like, I know a lot of people get really big off of stuff that they just do for, like, that's out of their norm, experimenting and stuff. Which, I suppose is... yeah, you get a lot of stuff, like, interactions on a video, and you just don't get any long-term subscribers, which is like one of the big issues I have with trying to participate in trends and stuff that get you more followers. It's because it's not the stuff I actually like drawing or doing. It's like, do I really? I should, but do I really have to? Do I? Yeah. What are you two doing? what? Right now? Do you really have to go outside right now? Yes, okay, I'll let you out. Dog distraction times part 2. I lift 2. Dog distraction. They wanted to go outside. Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, let them outside, let them go to the bathroom, and in fact, they did not need to go to the bathroom. I think they thought the neighbour was home, and that she'd give them treats. It is in fact not the case. And then I had to let them back in. I wasn't gone that long, but being patient is a good thing. Being too patient would really be like someone leaves you for hours when they're supposed to be right there. For the sake of not ruining your eyeballs, I shall not choose brightly saturated red like I usually do. Genuinely don't know what my obsession is with making bright colours. Oh. That is a good point. Usually people don't. You're making me do mathematics when I'm no longer in school? I see. Well, I am... Well, yeah. Use it. Words. Yeah. Nice to meet you. I'm Dragon. My username is Snapcon because that's a funny username thing I did when I was like 14. I'm Australian. And I do this because it's free and easy. Free is stretching it though. I am using a not that expensive, but a fairly expensive drawing tablet. And now we get to reference sheet. Yay! Very cool. I hear Aussies get around. Damn. Damn indeed. Why did it do that? Yes, he's very cute. I suppose, well, he's a middle-aged man, but he is cute. Big. Isn't it supposed to look upside down? Just because we're on the southern hemisphere doesn't mean everything's upside down here. We all follow the same Mercator projection, you know, the one that makes Canada look ginormous. And Russia also look ginormous, even though it is big. Like, you know, I can freehand it. This is the vague shape of Australia. This the bite. And yeah. We still, it's, you know, this is still north and this is still south. Even though, we're... Oh, that's outside of the... Even though we're below the dotted line... Oh, Guinea's here. New Guinea. And then all the islands that connect up into Southeast Asia. I wasn't good at geography class. There's a difference. Like, I know vaguely where things are, but, like, I can't put names to countries, at least. That's my issue. It is not something I can do very easily. Despite attempts. But I suppose most of my inability to put names to countries is the absolute, like, mixing pot of Europe. It's like, I live in Australia, we live on one continent, New Zealand is next door, and then we have... I gotta count. We have 8 major states and territories. You do. Thing is, I've never felt in the mood to memorize the whole world map. Oh, I forgot how difficult he is. Ugh. Well, it's not crazy to memorize the world map. People do it. It's just not in my area of interest, I suppose. Like, I know where things are when I need to. And then I'm not, like... It's not uncommon. Trying to think where you'd apply. Like, I know, like, animal rages would count for biology, and then physics is like, the continents. Chemistry would be like, what? I suppose, I'm sure there's countries that have more natural chemical reactions. So, actually, you'd apply it the same way that geoguessers do. Like, well, like rainbow, the areas of certain species of plant, what type of leaf shape. But that's a lot more... Well, botany probably comes under biology, right? I never took a biology course. I just took generalized science. And then hated it because the teachers sucked. Hit like a hole. Oh. So you I'm gonna make it's like a game of Battleship, and all the countries are square. It's a very bad generalization, but that sounds like the sort of thing you're going for, except mathematically. I cannot tell what's this. I need to. I always do. You know, it's like, oh, this thing. It's actually it just sounds like this thing. I know it's not something I should be doing all the time, but it works, even though it shouldn't. Because I can't just be calling it the way you map out the world mathematically. Battleship. Well, most grid games. Well, no, Battleship. It's like, oh, this is. I actually don't know. That's a thought process I have not gone far enough to release. Yeah. A lot of bigger countries are definitely easier to remember the shape of. It's not bullshit. Or do you mean Battleship? That's the same acronym. Um, yeah, that makes sense. I think with my thing is I gotta remember where on the like plane they are in the world. Because, you know, there's giant countries and you can't miss them. And then there's the smaller ones that mix together, and it's like, I get a bit issue. Yeah, my secret way of learning is staring at a textbook and never learning. Actually, well, I say that I wasn't awful in school. I just wasn't great. How did I do that? I didn't. I suppose. How did I learn? Hmm. I don't think I can pinpoint it. I could probably pinpoint it to you, like, in the next millennia. Not right now. Trying to think of things to talk about, because that's how streams work. Hmm. I suppose I could info dump about him, but info dump is a strong word when he's been abandoned for so long. He's so lonely. This lad's possibly. I would be interested. Oh, Avogadros. I probably learnt that in school and did not remember. My teacher was avid, you know, your brain is wired to remember repetition. I was trying to remember that phrase. What do you mean there's an internal error? Molecular weight. Huh. I wouldn't have learnt that in school because I only did basic science. I've actually been streaming for longer than I thought I would. let's hope I don't cut into my sister coming home. Yes, Chunk? I'm not letting you outside again. Mm. Gapples. Roses are gapples, but gapples are not roses. So what are gapples if they aren't apples? But they do coincide with flapple. My brain is not turned off and on. Okay, let me. It's a 6, obviously. Agapu. I'm not sure if I can pass this. My brain is not equipped for. Do it like a piano. I'm not musical enough for piano thinking. Can you go harass someone else? Sorry. Dog. that needs to be further out. You know there's another person in this house to harass, right? Thank you for taking the hint. Never mind, he does not take the hint. I went silent. Because silence. Oh, I'm tired. Ooh. I've been streaming for how long? 3 hours. Whew. I gotta take a moment. Ooh, usually I don't bang out this much sitting down in one sesh. So I might have to end stream and take a big break and probably not come back because my break will cut into other people being home and interrupting time. Ooh. I just gotta end stream. Which I got pretty far, especially with his annoyingly complex design. I love him, but he is a pain in the butt. Well, I shall. We're gonna move my tablet, at least. Whew. Yeah, it's about time. Well, I shall see you if you're still there. And I won't be back maybe tomorrow. Unless I finish him tonight. But I could be back tomorrow on just like making something new. But yes, let us end stream.